Number 1. Angoulême Cathedral. Sitting high on a terrace with wide open views across the Angoumoisins Valley, the cathedral was begun at the start of the 12th century, and the initial work was finished less than 20 years later. At the entrance, you'll want to take a step back to behold the richness of the sculpture on this western facade. Number 2. Musée d'Angoulême. In the Episcopal Palace right next to the cathedral is the exceptional museum that recounts several thousand years of the Angoulême area's history. So on the ground floor you'll peruse artifacts like the grisly but riveting severed skull of a Bronze Age woman, or the awesome Agri's helmet that was found in a cave in the Charente basin and held as a masterwork of Gallic Celtic art. Number 3. Upper Town. While exploring the highest and oldest neighborhood in Angoulême, it's interesting to see the contrast between the northern and southern areas. The northern part has a tangle of narrow cobblestone streets hemmed by exquisite stone mansions and more rustic houses with wooden shutters. Number 4. Angoulême International Comics Festival. At the end of January every year, the third largest comic festival in the world pulls in hundreds of thousands of visitors to the city. Stores around the city open their doors for the event, which has been going since 1974 and builds up to an awards ceremony in which a list of prizes like Comic of the Year. Number 5. Musée de la Bande, Dessinée. The big events during the festival happen at the Site International de la Bande Dessinée et de l'Image, a big complex that has a library, cinema, and a congress center. But for the rest of the year you can come for the Comic Museum, Musée de la Bande Dessinée. There are retrospectives for a host of international artists, from Charles M. Number 6. The Ramparts. The upper town was surrounded by walls from the days of the Roman Empire, and these were expanded and modified over the next 1,500 years. The last changes were made in the 1600s, but once the defenses became obsolete in the 1700s, the walls and gates were pulled down to allow Angoulême to expand along boulevards. Number 7. Paper Museum. Papermaking was big business in the Charente Valley because of the outstanding water purity, and a piece of this history is maintained at a former mill on a river island. This facility shut down in the 1970s and had been running since 1887. Nothing was removed when it closed, so you can check out a lot of old industrial machinery, including the working water wheels powered by the river. Number 8. Hotel de Ville. When you're exploring the upper town on the rocky promontory, you'll appreciate how difficult it would have been to conquer this place. What made things a lot harder for attackers was the Château d'Angoulême, a fearsome castle that is now incorporated into the city's town hall. Number 9. Circuit des Remparts. In mid-September, the streets of the upper town turn into a racetrack to commemorate a legendary post-war event. In the 40s and early 50s, the Circuit des Remparts was a Grand Prix tearing through Angoulême and driven by the most famous names of the era like Juan Manuel Fangio, Raymond Sommer, and Maurice Trintignant. Number 10. Église Saint-André. In the 1860s, Paul Abbady also had a hand in the renovation of this church, which was worse for wear after centuries of turbulence in which it was damaged by the 100 Years' War, French Wars of Religion, and the Revolution. This has left Saint-André with an eclectic mixture of styles, but a lot of the oldest parts are still visible inside. Hope you like this video. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel.